Alright, so last time I unlocked the witch ending, I think this time I'm gonna try to go down there without the knife and not try to fucking stab her after she eats her own arm off. God, I for a moment forgot how pretty this is. The music.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
There sure
You're
is a
here to
princess.
slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I think I'm just gonna skip this guy. Let's just get to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
I sure
You're gonna
will.
go through with this, right? She's a princess.
She's
We're
a
supposed to
princess.
save princesses, not slay them.
I think after I try this one, I'm gonna see if I can get more like days or cycles or chapters or whatever.
Ignore him.
I want to see if it stacks these voices in my head. Because I noticed whenever I went to the second chapter, it gave me a new voice, depending on what I did. So if I keep going more chapters, I want to see if I can get more voices. Eventually, just have a crowd of freaking voices in my head.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a The blade is your implement.
Enter the basement. Do not take the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing her voice.
I'm gonna tell her
Hello?
I don't want to get her out.
Hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I'm here to save you,
How many
straight up.
times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Bro, I'm pissing off the narrator. He's so funny.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
Don't worry,
Come
princess.
downstairs.
I'm here to
Let me
rescue
see the
you.
face of my rescuer.
Bro, that is straight out of Shrek. Right there. I want to see the face of my rescuer. Straight from Shrek.
You heard it here first, folks.
Cypress of Cypress Media uncovers the Shrek secrets of the princess.
The Shrek secret.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Yo, what's up, princess?
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Good question, Hero. I've seen her do some fucked up shit.
There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Forever. How long have you been here?
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Nah.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
I didn't do this last time, but let me see.
More difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
Never mind, thing.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Nah.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
Alright, so they're gonna lock me in here without... They're gonna... I want to click on this one
Maybe there's some way to
because
break
what
the
she
chains?
says.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
That's crazy. The fact that she just says that. Just cut me out of it, bro.
She offers the suggestion with
Mhm.
almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally
And
be
it's
free.
like that movie where the dude gets stuck. His arm gets stuck under the rock, and he's just like, "I'm gonna cut my arm off."
127 hours.
You
That's
attempt
right.
to make your way
Starring
out of the
Philip
basement,
DeFranco.
but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding.
Maybe it
into
would have been
place.
better if Franco just stayed.
Is someone else here?
Took a little nap.
The eternal nap.
You make
So
your
he's
way to
kinda
the
like,
bottom of the stairs.
What
This
is
would
he
have been
saying
so
eternal
much
nap? What is
easier
that?
if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom?
You're about to find out real quick. We don't need a
Easier
blade for this.
everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Oh, they sure did. Like, one thing I noticed whenever I came down here with the knife and whenever I come down here without the knife, like the voice acting changes. It's completely different.
That is weird.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
It's a really good little detail. It's like whenever you go down here with the knife, she's like stern and oh, the music stops. I didn't
fair.
notice that. She's kind of fucking rude when bringing the knife down here.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
We could force our way out.
She barely hesitates
Bro,
before
here's
raising her arm to her mouth, her
It's
teeth
so
tearing
fucked
through
up.
her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Jesus, this fucking image, bro. This image is just insane.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang.
It was at this
of
point
metal.
last time I decided it would be funny if my reaction to seeing somebody trying to bite their arm off was to stab them because they're some sort of freak.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to
Looked
free you.
beautiful while biting her arm off.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Right. Finish. Save the princess. Oh, right. It doesn't let you choose options you've already chosen before. I think that's a really good feature of the game because, like, you don't want to accidentally get stuck on the same path that you've already done. It's a really good idea.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's
The way
arm,
she's
just
looking
above
at you,
the
bro.
unyielding chain binding
It's
her to this
fucking
place.
crazy.
You cut into her flesh.
I've done this before.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort
And
to
this,
crack with the
these
bone
series
her
of
arm.
images were so fucking. Like, look, that's fucking disgusting. The stretchiness, like a fucking pulling off a slice of pizza.
Her limb falls to the
That is
ground,
rank.
and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
It's crazy, man.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Like cauterizer
How is
or
she
something.
still smiling after everything? It's like she...
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Out of here, I guess.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
So since I had mercy on her, maybe she'll have mercy on
Watch
me
it.
this time. Cause the last time I came in with the knife and we got to this point and then she killed me. So let's see.
What are you doing?
Oh, I didn't even get to warn her. Help me, bro. Interesting.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body
Makes
lunges
sense.
forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
There you go.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
We will not
The
slay the
blade.
princess.
Move the blade.
No.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
Help me, princess.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Wait, don't kill me, bro.
She plunges it into your chest,
Damn.
tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Not that yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Help me.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
Yeah. Why she's like showing upsettedness.
For her sake.
For her
Don't you
sake.
start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Bro, give me the painful death this time.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god. That sucks.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like
Well,
this.
she's more upset about stabbing me than cutting her own hand off.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's
She's
over.
crying.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The damsel. Ooh.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
This one's funny. I don't think I've clicked this one before. Just
My
being angry at the
prince?
narrator.
What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he?
Voice of the
If we're going to
smitten.
save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about
Hey,
it.
yo. He sounds like a noble guy.
Beloved?
I was like, the fuck you talking
Yes, you'll
about?
have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love.
Oh my
and the four of
god.
us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
This guy's funny.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Let's go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
This is what my paladins sound like. This guy. Every time I play a paladin, this is what he sounds like.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
And the hero doesn't like him.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead. The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Guess what?
Chicken butt.
There we got me. Let's go in the basement. No knife needed here.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches
That was a
positioned along
fancy
the walls.
dungeon, this one is.
The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Yeah, it's me.
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time.
This
I can
dude.
hear wedding bells already.
Oh my god.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Fawning. Bro is
Yes,
definitely
for
fawning.
everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
What's the term the young kids use? Glazing? Is he glazing her?
Bro.
Not in tune with
Walk
what's
down
hip.
the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Actually, has
There's a
one
heavy
chain.
chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Wow, it's me again.
My love, we're here to
Hoping
rescue
that
you
you still
from
ain't
your
home.
unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
She can hear much.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Hey, yo.
Did you hear that? She said we're
She said the word dashing. Yes.
and she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Sure does.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Uh-huh. Sure have been
That's
here
right,
before.
villain. And you killed us.
Villain?
Well, she killed us.
She did.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
Oh, good.
And you've died.
She didn't even have a hand after that.
So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We
Still right?
damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible. Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
The lady, she, eh?
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Rescue her.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Why did you do that? I didn't bring a knife, so I have to cut you out again. What happened after that? I have to ask, did you end the water? Go way back there. I'm sorry about what happened. Bro, I don't think I've had the option to tell her about the narrator before. Let's do that.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's
You don't
because
even-
she's perfect.
Where?
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't.
Ocean.
There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
You died, and now we're talking.
Bro. Why did you do that?
I'm
You could have
sorry.
spared me.
Didn't you want me to?
Did we?
Did we?
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us.
I guess that.
She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone. She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
It doesn't make me
just
happy.
Like our darling princess,
I don't know
she
about
wants
that.
to make us happy.
Yeah,
My
I guess
heart
so.
melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Hmm. Good question. I guess I don't want the world to end. Should I stay neutral?
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. I'm not so sure.
Do I have to cut you
I'm
out?
okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
I don't want to cut your
We
arm.
won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
There's a lot
She
of
didn't
weird
care
things
last
about
time.
this.
Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
She's silly.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
I had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would.
Is
I'd
ready
listen
to
to him
end
if
it
I were
all.
you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess
Oh
and
no, we slept
gingerly
it right
slide
off.
her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Yeah, we just kind of set it right off.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Oh, she gave me a hug.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
Stay,
Luckily
buddy.
for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
No.
What do we do now?
What do you want?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Nobody
She
ever
doesn't even
has.
know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
She reflecting.
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Wait, tell me what you want. Do you want to end the world? I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. If you want to leave, then let's leave. If you want to leave, then
Sounds
let's.
perfect.
Alright. Huh? Oh, music change.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
Has resorted to moping.
You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Hey, bro.
That's a familiar move.
Yeah, we've been
Did
here
I do
before.
that last time? and you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Unless.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
It's not fair.
She's right, it isn't fair, but the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense, you just met her! Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Hero sitting in the back seat. Why don't you try it together?
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable.
Trying to open the door.
You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade. That's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
See? You're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
That's that he hates me.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Get it, dude.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Your love will set you free. Romantic hate.
A happy ending at last.
We got the happy ending.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go?
Oh,
Where did he go? Oh, is he gone?
only 2
I hadn't
chapters again, huh?
noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Bro, I think you're about to get wrecked.
Cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
From the hands. Yep, there's the hands. I have brought you a healthy princess. No snatches. Absolutely. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now? But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes.
Well,
I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right? Oh, I don't like that silence.
voices feel small, distant as we approach. Gaze into your reflection. Once again, mirror was makes a lead, but you need to see what's in it.
Bro.
I'm a wizard.
Oh shit.
You approach.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Except the bureau. I should get the bureau after this.
All of me is changing,
The last thing.
and yet the rest of me is still
There's
the
one more
same.
stranger mission I didn't know about.
as easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul. This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
So hard.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose. My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
More of your
We
stance.
will know when we near our destination.
Should be.
Alright, well, I can get back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
98.9. What am I missing? Not this. This isn't gonna matter.
Yeah.